Good day everyone. Good day ma'am. This is Barik Patros Group. Today, I will be reporting about badminton, including its history, equipment, the court, and the basic skills needed to play. Let's talk about history of the badminton. A badminton, like was already known in the ancient Greece and Egypt. It was called battledore and shuttlecock, where two players hit the fairhead. Shuttlecock back and forth using small rackets. In the 18th century, the game was played in the India and was called Puna. By 1860s, India learned the game and later brought in the England. In 1873, it gained popularity and party housed by the Duke of the Beaufort and his estate called badminton. In Gloucestershire, this is where the modern game gets its name. Now, let's talk about the basic equipment needed in badminton. Number 1. Racket. This is important piece of equipment for a player. For professional play, rackets must follow specifications set by the Badminton World Federation. The string length cannot exceed by 27 and 94 cm, and the width cannot be more than 20.9 cm. Let's talk to shuttlecock. It is the feathered one. There is the 16 feathers affects the cork, which the given a cork of the leader. The weight of the shuttlecock should exceed the 5.50 grams, the minimum being 4.74 grams. 3. The net. This is essential professional play. The official height net is exactly 5 feet, and the ground ensure fairness. The edges are taped while so players is clearly see the height during the match. And now, let's move on to the badminton court. I explain to you what is all about the badminton court. The badminton court is a rectangular measuring 44 feet long and 13.41 meters and 20 feet wide. It's 6.1 meters. For doubles play, for singles, the width is slightly narrow, at least 17 feet, 5.18 meters. The court is divided into the two equal halves by the net placed at the center. Each half contains a left service court and the right service court separated by the center line. And the last one, the basic skills in the badminton. We have 5 basic skills, and here the one. Basic gripping technique. Basic gripping technique. Learn how to hold the racket using the forehand and the backhand grip. If you are not holding the racket properly, you don't be able to execute strong shots, especially to your opponent baseline. And the other one, the basic footwork. Good footwork allows good movement around the court. Learn to the basics of the covering the court to return your opponent's shots. 3. Basic badminton strokes. Strokes are simply your swing action to hit the shuttle. If you don't perform your strokes correctly, you don't be able to execute quality badminton shots. Another one, number 4, badminton serve. It is important. A badminton rally starts with the serve. Learn to the correct techniques to deliver good serves. Good serves definitely give an edge over your opponent right from the start of the rally. And the last one, basic stance. A good stance sets you how to defend the attack effectively during a game. Learn the offensive stance, defense in the stance, and the net stance. You will find yourself at the top of your game when used correctly. That's all of my reporting. Let's continue to my group, Migs Kerubin.
Here's explanation of basic badminton. Basic badminton gripping techniques. Forehand grip. Hold the racket as if performing a friendly handshake. Your thumb should press comfortably against the wider surface of the grip. Avoid gripping too tightly to maintain wrist flexibility. Use your thumb, index, and middle finger to control the racket while the last two fingers Balance the weight. Backhand grip. Position your thumb on the wider surface of the grip to provide power for backhand stroke. Relax your index finger and move it closer to your middle finger, resembling a thumbs up.
Basic badminton shots, defensive, high clear, or lob. A defensive shot used when out of position, giving time to recover. Also called a clear, it is the most important and common shot in singles. A high, deep clear to the baseline stops the opponent from making a strong smash.
Proper handling of badminton racket. How to hold the badminton racket. The correct way of holding a racket is as simple as friendly handshake. Imagine a grip of a racket as a hand approaching to shake your hand. Your thumb should be pressing comfortably against one of the wider surface of the racket. Grip while the rest of your hand holds the racket as if you're shaking a person's hand. The way you hold the racket can be affect the flexibility of wrist. In order to execute strong badminton stroke, this high accuracy, your wrist need to be flexible. Forehand grip and backhand grip. Next thing you need to learn is forehand and backhand grip. Basically, you'll need to use the forehand grip to hit forehand shot, backhand grip to backhand shot. The forehand grip and backhand grip looks almost the same. There's only one slight difference: the placement of your finger. You'll understand this and when I explain more about these two badminton gripping techniques. Forehand badminton gripping technique. Your thumb doesn't necessarily have to press against the wider surface to badminton grip for the forehand stroke. Your index finger should be one of in control in forehand stroke. This simply means using your index finger to push the racket forward by doing a forward stroke. However, rest your thumb comfortably anywhere near wider surface of the badminton grip to enable you to change the backhand grip quickly. Backhand badminton gripping technique. The key of performing strong backhand depends on how you hold your racket. The true power of badminton backhand shot comes from the push of your thumb. A backhand stroke requires you to use your thumb, so you should now press your thumb on the wider surface of the badminton grip. Relax your index finger and move it closer to the middle finger. The backhand grip will look like you're doing a thumbs up. Pro players switch grips quickly. You should learn to switch quickly from forehand to backhand grip and vice versa. This enables you to quick prepare for your stroke and hit the shuttle at the highest point range. Delivering quality shots as you play badminton at a higher level, you'll find yourself switching between these two gripping without even thinking. Your ready position is the stance and position that you want to reach before your opponent hits the shuttlecock. It's called the ready position because it helps you to get ready for the next shot. Your actual position on court will rely on a lot depending on whether you're playing single or doubles, and also depending on the circumstance. During the rally, although there are many variations, it's still good to learn the basics ready position. Once you understand their basics ideas, you can adapt the ready position for different situations.
Elements of the ready position. First is the stance. Keep a wide stance, feet a little more than shoulder width apart. Bend your knees slightly and put your weight forward on the balls of your feet. Lean forward just enough to stay off your heels, not too far on your tiptoes. Place your right foot slightly ahead of your left to cover the whole court. Second is the racket carriage. Racket position changes depending in the situation. Never let it dangle near your ankles. Keep it up. Hold it in front of you, away from your body. About waist height normally, higher than attacking and lower when defending. Third is the left arm. Use your left arm for balance. Keep it in front and slightly to the side. Never let it damage at your side. Rules and regulations. First is the scoring system. Rally point system to 21 points must win by 2 points. Second is the serving rules. Serve must not be hit below the waist diagonally into the opponent's service court. Faults. Shuttle lands outside boundaries, passes under the net, fails to cross the net, or to hit it twice in succession. Change of ends. Players change ends after the first game and in the third game when a side reaches 11 points. Single versus doubles. Different service courts and rotation rules. The last one is the intervals. 60-second interval when a player reaches 11 points, 2-minute break between games.
Officials of the game. Referee. Overall in charge of the tournament and ensures rules are applied. Umpire. Controls the match, call points, and enforces rules. Service judge. Watches for the service faults, example racket position and waist height. Line judge. Call whether the shuttle lands in or out. Terminologies. Alley extension of the court by 1.5 feet of the both sides for double play. Back alley. Area between the back boundary line and the long service line for doubles. Backcourt. Back third of the court in the area of the back boundary lines. Bulk. Any deceptive movement that disconcerts an opponent before or during the service, often called a feint. Baseline. Back boundary line at each end of the court parallel to the net. Carry. An illegal tactic also called a sling or throw, in which the shuttle is caught and held on the racket and then slung during the execution of the stroke. Center or base position. Location in the center of the court which a singles player tries to return after each shot. Center line. Line perpendicular to the net that separates the left and right service courts. Clear. A shot hit deep to the opponent's back boundary line. The high clear is a defensive shot while the flatter attacking is clear, used to offensively. Court. Area of play as defined by the outer boundary lines. Drive. A fast and low shot that makes a horizontal flight over the net. Drop. A shot hit slowly and finished rapidly and close to the net on the opponent's side. Fault. A violation of the playing rules either in serving, receiving, or during play. See common faults listed below. Flick. A quick wrist and forearm rotation that surprises an opponent by changing an apparently soft shot into a faster passing one, used primarily on the serve at the net. Forecourt. Front third of the court between the net and the short service line. Hairpin net shot. Shot made from the below and very close to the net with the shuttle rising, just clearing the net and then dropping sharply down the other side. The shuttle's flight approximately the shape of a hairpin. Off-court shot. A shot hit a low and mid-court used effectively in doubles against the up and back formation. Kill fast. Downward shot that cannot be returned, put away. Let. A legitimate cessation of the play to allow a rally to be replayed. Long service line. In singles, the back boundary line. In doubles, a line of 2.5 feet inside the back boundary line. The serve may not go past this line. Match. A series of games at US Olympic Festival 93 it in 3 out of 5 to determine a winner. Midcourt. The middle third of the court halfway between the net and the back boundary line. Net shot. A shot hit from the forecourt that just clears the net and drops sharply. Push shot. Gentle shot played by pushing the shuttle with little wrist motion, usually from net or midcourt to the opponent's midcourt. Rally. Exchange of shots while the shuttle is in play. Serve or service. Stroke used to put shuttlecock into play at the start of each rally. Service court. Area into which the serve must be delivered, different for singles and double play. Short service line. The line 6 1/2 feet from the net which a serve must reach the legal. Smash. Hard hit overhead shot that forces the shuttle sharply downward. Badminton's primary attacking stroke. Wood shot. That the results when the base of the shuttle is hit by the frame of the racket. Once illegal, this shot was ruled acceptable by the International Badminton Federation in 1963. And that's all, and thank you.